with credit rent boost is good for people who rent instead of own. You pay your rent on time, and you are rebuilding or starting your credit journey. Also, if you don't want to take on any debt, products like these are good for people who have late payments reporting, or you have no credit, or you just have a thin profile. And what I experienced with one of the primaries that I basically made, putting on my profile by reporting my rent, typically 30 to 60 days for it to start reporting on your credit profile, and then look for a score increase in between 2 to 3 months, right? And then this is just a side note. If you're not backdating your rental history, if you're just starting to rent, then give this a little bit of time. 6 months of on-time rent, it's just like if you was to buy a house and you had got a mortgage because you bought that house. Most purchases like that, typically the banks grade you on time frames. So 6 months is average, and the credit industry for seeing how the person is going to be withstand with their credit worthiness. So just remember that credit rewards consistency. You can expect like 10 to 40 points, in my experience, 10 to 40 points increase over several months. So in that time frame, 2 to 3 months. We will be going over their packages now. So credit rent boost has 3 packages that you can choose from. The first one stating is the ongoing rent reporting package. This consists of a tier package of 2 to 3 renters. The cost is about $6.95 a month, or $49 a year, and it reports future rent payments, right? So your secondary one, or the second option that you have, is past reporting. So now you have the ability, if you choose this one, to report up to 24 months of payments. And the only thing with this one, you have to be able to verify, so just be aware of that. And then if you are able to verify, then it may be best for you to go get this package, which is the combined pass plus the ongoing reporting. So now you have both past and future payments reporting. And I'm gonna drop down somewhere, I guess left here, right, or in the middle. And one of my clients, they had put a different rental reporting agency on their credit profile, but essentially what happened, they're in the process of fixing their credit, and they put this up here. And like my experience that I told y'all earlier on in the video, it was a little bit different. They had probably like a 70 to 80 point increase, so that's good to know, to tell y'all. And for this reporting agency specifically, they have other features such as discounts for adding roommates and spouses on the same lease. They do have monthly credit score tracking and reporting. Now with the reporting and tracking, it is tracking Vantage scores, so it'll be Vantage score 3.0, and I believe it's going to be Equifax. Now you also have another feature which is expedited reporting options, available though only for an extra fee, right? Now, like most applications or enrollment and verification processes, be sure to have a valid photo ID. In this case, for this credit booster, you should be able to provide your rental verification. So any documents, you're gonna have to have it for your lease or rental agreement. You're gonna have to show that proof, especially if you're gonna be trying to get one of the ones where you're trying to backdate and extend your primary. I have seen this before. I have seen this like 3 times. Landlords may be contacted from these companies to verify payment history. So basically, if the lease is shown 9 times out of 10 they gonna ask you for the landlord information anyway, so just have that accessible to them. And then once verified of your rental payment data, it's typically sent to the bureau, which credit rent is stating in a time frame about 2 weeks. So with that, they're going to be reporting to TransUnion, going to be reporting to Equifax, and then it's supposed to be reporting to Experian. But Experian is like the side hoe in your rotation. Want to make stuff hot. You might I never I might even have to check. I don't even know if the reporting account that I have on my credit profile even goes to Experian. I would have to check. What I do know is that Experian is a maybe with Credit Rent Boost, because you have to verify. They state that you have to do some type of verification with Experian. And the reason I said what I just said, that little joke, is because I'm thinking Experian only is making it where you have to go through extra stipulations so they can try to intake you as one of their clients. Because as we all know, Experian recently, a while ago, has expanded, and you can back. I don't know if you can backdate, but I know you can definitely report your rent and your things like that through Experian now, right? Because I have seen it numerous times when I go into my Experian app, and they be trying to intake me, you know what I'm saying, just through the app. So of course it's their app, so I can only imagine maybe what they would do if another credit reporting agency as far as rent. I can only imagine that them trying to try to persuade the client that somebody else is bringing them, which is wild, and try to put them over there in their funnel. But hey, if they do, if you have that experience, just let the family know, man, in the comment section if you have that experience. I would love to know if that's what they doing, or if they actually is being fully transparent with being business partners in this field with people like Credit Rent Boost. Are you suffering from low credit limits, and limits that are limited, where your profile creditworthiness won't extend to the point where you can get approvals for funding, car approvals, mortgages? If that's you, I can guarantee credit repair results within your first 30 to 120 days. Just like these people on screen. I will do this for you 100% done. If you don't receive results, you don't pay. And I'm currently doing free credit consultations so I can see exactly what needs to be done, so I can help you get your scores to the 700s. All you have to do to see if you qualify is be sure to leave 700 Club in my comment section below, or fill out my client intake form. And don't show credit, man. We gone. If you want to become business partners, it's gonna be other links in the description as far as like my Instagram. Reach out to me. Same thing apply. Let's schedule a free consultation. Working with me is free of charge, but let's just see if we be a good fit to be doing business together. And yeah, man, we might be able to work together, man. I'm gone.